Hello, guys. This is chapter 5 of my AF21 Journey to Pro. For the guys that have been following, I'm describing my journey step by step until my first professional contract. And in this chapter, we're going to talk about our second state championship, how Palmer Trinity went back to back. Nothing. It started as soon as we won the first one. A couple of weeks after, I was already thinking of the second one. It was tough because obviously we did enjoy the celebrations of the first one, and we celebrated for a while, but after 2 weeks, like, what more can you celebrate, Life moves on, people don't care anymore, and I was like, all right, if people are gonna forget that fast, then we're gonna have to do it again. Our first step was trying to get a goalkeeper since Matias Acosta wasn't playing anymore because he graduates. So I turned to one of my best friends, Martin Valareso, and we started training. We skipped school. I've said this before, but I'm gonna repeat it because it was crazy what we were doing. I wasn't even caring about my school. I just wanted to win again, and it was so far away still, Season starts in November. We're in April. There's a whole summer, and that's how it started. But we'll fast forward a little bit because last chapter I talked about the summer and how I was preparing to commit to college. And I was preparing to commit to college and also preparing to win the state championship. Then I finally committed to Wheaton College. I talked about it in the last chapter. But here's the season started. Around mid-September, my mom texted me saying that we found the goalkeeper, saying that my friend Uto Colmenter was coming to Palmer in the middle of the school year. It couldn't have been more perfect. At the beginning, I wasn't too excited. I didn't remember him as a goalkeeper, but as soon as we stayed after school to train, immediately I saw, we got a goalkeeper. Him, and then Christian Lopez also had been training the whole summer because he knew that there was a spot for a goalkeeper, and he trained the whole summer and prepared for this moment. It's insane that we motivated players, and Christian Lopez has huge respect from me because of what he did for us and how he quietly worked and put himself in a position to help the team in any way he can. He was never a goalkeeper. He trained and he was tall, and as soon as I saw him after school with Uto, it was a dream come true for me. It was like, okay, we're going again. Preseason started and the team doesn't look as fit as it should, but I'm working the hardest. In the sprints, you could tell that the team hadn't been working hard going into the state, so we had to work twice as hard in the preseason and during the season to get back into shape to try to make it run at it again. Then we lose our first game versus Coral Reef, 2-1. After 2 games, we already lose our first game. I'm livid. Our captain got a red card and we had to play with 10 men most of the game. But it doesn't matter, we still had to win. We lost the game. I'm pretty livid, and some people are talking about oh yeah, we needed this. I'm like, no, we really didn't. I couldn't understand how losing was acceptable, especially in last season. We had won 15 games in a row. This wasn't acceptable for our standards of Palmer Trinity, so we started training harder and harder. Then we get into a winning streak, but then in the tighter games, we tie Gulliver, we lose to Doral Academy, we get destroyed. The full matches in my playlist, if you guys want to see it. We got destroyed, we got completely outplayed. We tie Gulliver, and I think we lose another game. So in our heads, we're all confused, we're nervous. It's like, are we gonna do it again? Are we gonna do it again? Are we gonna do it again? It looks harder and harder. Every game seems like a battle. Even if we win, we're not completely satisfied any game. And then we lose the game that I was talking about. We lose against Hillel 2-1. It's crazy because 2 years ago, from that point, we had beaten Hillel when they were state champions. And it made us dream. And then they beat us at our field. 2-1. I scored the lone goal. They beat us at our field, and we gave them hope for them to win. So the season in general was tough. And then we get to our last game and we tie Riviera. And the last minute, I scored a last minute penalty to tie it, and we never lost to Riviera. So the regular season ends, and we're really confused on what's going on. We never got in a rhythm, and we're like, okay, well, it's playoffs. We hadn't even known the lineup yet. But then when it's playoff time, we kind of switch the mentality. The first game we win 7-0 or 6-0, and I scored 3 goals and gave 2 assists. So I was already in playoff mode. This season, by the way, I started missing more and more and more chances, and people were noticing. Like, they were already expecting of me to score. It wasn't like the season before, how I was getting praised every week. This one was like, Alberto's not the same, Alberto's not the same, Alberto's not the same. When I had almost the same amount of goals, I was putting also a lot of pressure on myself and the team. And obviously this is all outside noise. Everyone talks, but still, it wasn't affecting me what people were saying. It was affecting me that I was missing chances. But football's not perfect. The ones that get in a good position are going to miss sometimes. And you have to just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And when they go in, you have to continue. But let's go back to the playoffs. As soon as the playoffs start, we have our final against Riviera. And the last game versus Riviera was really tough. We transitioned Clever into our back line to get a little more stability. He was a midfielder the years before. And we play Riviera and the game's tight. We're dominating, but they get a few counters and it's tough. It's tight. It's really hard to break through. I get a couple chances. The keeper makes good saves. The crowd was bumping. And then in the 75th minute, there's a corner kick on the back post. They cross it. The defender heads it off. Then Robert puts it back. The ball's coming in the air. I kind of shoved the defender a little bit with my left arm and just hit it with the inside of my foot, and it bounced in, and the celebration was of pure relief. I hug Marco, like Marco Campione, one of my closest friends, like if it was a state final goal. It was just pure relief, pure excitement. I don't think I've celebrated a goal more than that one in the district final against Riviera, which we beat every time. But it was just frustration from the whole season how it had been, and wow, that was a goal. And then after that, Edmo scored a beautiful free kick. 2 minutes later, 5 minutes later, Mikey scored a wonderful goal. And we win 3-0. And we win districts. So we're in our head like, okay, we can win again. Let's go. Let's go. We're not done. There is still 5 games left to win it all. So we have to keep going. Then we play Ish. And Ish, we play an awful game. I play an awful game. The whole team plays an awful game. We're way better than that team, and we keep missing chances, playing horribly, no intensity. Nothing comes up right for us. And we're up 2-0, and then they score with 14 minutes left. And 14 minutes, they're literally on us the whole time. A team that is way worse than us. Wow. That's when the doubt started creeping in. Clever says if we play like this against Slam, they will smoke us, and he was completely right. We were nowhere near the level, but at the end we won, and we move on. We go to Slam, and wow, what a tight game. We're still dominating the whole time against them. We get shots and shots and shots, but it's impossible to break through Nick Garcia. He catches everything if it wasn't even a shot. They had the best goalkeeper in the division, so it was really hard to break through him. And the two chances they get, one hits the post, the other one hits the outside of the goal. So it's really tough for us. We're completely dominating, but the ball just won't go in because of how good this goalkeeper is. But then with 5 minutes left, they give me the ball in the top of the box. I take a touch and dribble the guy. I go between three players, and then two of them clash into me. The ball bounces, and Nico Reyes scores. 4 minutes left. It was pure relief, and after winning that game, the team was like, we're winning again. Because usually Slam was one of the toughest opponents. So everyone was like, we're winning again. There's 4 games left and we're winning again. I can't believe we're winning again. Everyone started saying, everyone already had it for luck that we're going to win. That level of confidence was key for our success. We get to the regional final and we play Hillel. And the first half against Hillel was the best half we played in our 4 years with Eric Perry and Anthony Lopez. That first half was outstanding. I scored 2 goals. I scored the penalty and another one. It was just unbelievable how we were touching, moving it. They didn't smell the ball. They didn't know what to do. They got a red card because of passing one off putting their hand off the line, and that's how we got the penalty and I scored. We scored a goal that wasn't offside. We were destroying them. We get to halftime and we come down. We're kind of celebrating already. And as soon as the second half starts, we're not playing the same intensity. We're a little tired. We don't have the same adrenaline momentum. They have 1 man less. I miss a chance to score my hat trick and to seal it off. And with 14 minutes left, they score. And they're on us. It's like repeating again. They're on us, they're attacking us. We're trying to waste time. 3 minutes left. They hit a 80-meter ball from their own half, and the guy's 1-on-1, and he scores it. They tie it up. Unbelievable. With 10 men, they're literally about to give us a heartbreak. We couldn't believe it. This was revenge for the game that they beat us at the beginning of the season. My goodness, I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, again, dude, like what's going on? Wow. Infuriating. Nothing. I remember Anthony Lopez as soon as the game ended, he was like, this is another bump in our road. There's no worries. It's crazy because those things stick to me because you know how mad you can be as a coach if the team ties you 2-2, and he still found a way to make it seem like it's another bump. So those words really stuck to me, and we kept playing. We were moving it. We get a couple chances we miss, and then in the second half, Jonathan Ludwig scores the winner, and the game's over. We beat Hillel after suffering so much, and it was a really tough game under the rain. It was raining the whole day. It was a beautiful game, one of the most vivid memories. We get to the state semis, and we're a much better team than them. Much better, again. And we break the deadlock with 30 minutes left. And then with 3 minutes left, we commit a penalty. I'm like, dude, again? Like, why? And then they score the penalty. We go to overtime again. It's like the same story repeating. And wow. And then in the second half of the overtime, Nico Reyes scores a beautiful header. And we advance to the state final for the second consecutive year. It's all going super fast, and it seems like, oh, we're easily going, but it was a tough road. But we were a better team than almost everyone we played against. We get to the final. And in the final, it's at 4 p.m. in the land. We get the day before. We're motivated. the game starts. I'm all excited, nervous, like before a game, jitters, And they score with 30 seconds in. We're like, are you kidding? It seems like we're making it harder for ourselves for the story, but in our heads, it's like, it's for the story. We've been down the road before. We've been down again. The year before, we were down in the final again. Then 15 minutes later, Robert gives a good cross, and Jonathan Ludwig with he like went to hit it. It hits off his left foot. It confused the goalie, and it slowly went in. So it's 1-1. Then the game's tied, but we have a lot of the ball. We have a lot of possession. We're not creating insane chances, but we're dominating with the ball, and they're kind of moving around. They're kind of releasing the ball when as soon as they get minimal pressure, and with 17 minutes left in the game, Marco Campiani throws me the ball, and I put my body against the defender and let the ball roll, which in high school they call that a foul every time. I don't know why, because I just put my body like this, and the defender doesn't know what to do, and the ball rolls, and I'm through attacking at their back line. I move it towards my left side. I cut it again to my right, and then me falling down, I take a shot. The keeper saves it, and then Michael Gomez, who had around 60 minutes in the whole playoffs, and he already had scored a goal, gets the rebound, and he scores. Michael Gomez with a beautiful story to his ending, scoring the winning goal to win our second state title in a row, the second state title in school's history. Wow, what a moment for Michael. Michael, after went to play college soccer after that goal. What a story for him. How he got into Palmer. He was smaller than a lot of the players, but he had an unbelievable technical quality and a great eye for goal. And for him to get the goal was a very special moment for me, because it culminated our story as a dynasty, as a school, as a team. And I remember, and then we won again, and this one was different. It was more relief. We were calm. We weren't jumping, celebrating like the year before. This one was more relief, like we did it, and we left our mark in Palmer Trinity history. It was a very, very special year as well. And then I get an interview, and I was saying that this was bigger than us, and this was just the beginning, and we wanted Palmer Trinity athletes, especially the soccer team, to be as motivated as us, to keep fighting and keep going, and keep trying to win and make it as special as we did. And I think we will be remembered in their history, and they will always be remembered in mine. Palmer Trinity was a fantastic time. It culminated in my career. 5 years as a varsity player. In 8th grade, I played around 5 to 6 games. Not that much, but still counts. My freshman year, I was already a starter, and then my sophomore year, I culminated myself as the attacking threat already, and one of the most important players on the team. And then the last 2 years, I was definitely the most important player on the team, the one that made the difference. And I ended with 1A Division Player of the Year again. I won almost everything, culminated in my Palmer career, winning around 13 out of 16 titles, winning 4 district trophies, 3 regionals, 2 states. So it was an outstanding career. It couldn't finish better than this. Thank you guys for watching Chapter 5, and I'll see you guys next week.